This is Feed Your Mind, and so there was an interesting debate that took place. It was pretty epic. It was between Witsit and this dude named Harrison Smith. This was a very high-profile debate, and it took place on X, formerly known as Twitter, and also another platform that I can't mention because that platform is being blackballed, so let's just not mention the platform that it aired on. But anyways, I'll probably leave a link for it in the comment section and description box so you can check it out if you missed it. But it was pretty interesting because they ran a poll after the debate, and at first the globe earth was winning maybe by about 10 points or so, but then by the end of the day flat earth was actually winning, and I took a screenshot and it was winning by about 5 points at the time of my screenshot. Then I checked later and flat earth was winning by like 10 points, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But then overnight it looks like about 20,000 votes came in just before the voting was done, so there was about 12 hours left in the voting. Everyone went to bed for the night, and that's when all the votes came in, I guess, because apparently while everyone was sleeping there was about 20,000 votes or so that came in that pushed the globe earth back into the lead, and they ended up ultimately winning the poll by about 10 points. So I found that poll very suspicious, and so I'm not gonna speculate too much on that, but yeah, I don't trust that poll. I mean, it just didn't seem to behave normally. So it looks like they really were surprised that flat earth was able to pull off a win, and they didn't want the public to see that. So we all know who runs the X platform. I don't know if someone must have, maybe they pushed the vote out into maybe the general public so they could vote without even watching the video. You know, there's all types of possibilities of how that vote swung overnight like that, but it was pretty weird, and I definitely don't trust it. So this Harrison Smith guy, he was quite a character. I mean, he had an opening statement that was very divisive, and I didn't really care for his attitude about this debate. It was like he was being dragged into the debate. It seemed like he was being forced to debate. He almost made it seem like he did not want to discuss the topic. He was saying this doesn't matter, you know, the shape of the earth does not matter. It's basically a psyop, he's saying, that was put out there to discredit all the other truthers. And so when it comes to that statement, I mean, really, this is one of the biggest truths out there, the flat earth, because this is something that you can prove yourself. It just takes for you to snap out of your matrix, your globe earth deception, to figure it out. Now, I did like how Witsit opened up with how pictures of the earth are not real. I'm glad people are finally starting to use this again, because there was a time when flat earthers wouldn't bring that up for a long time, and it was starting to really frustrate me, and I spoke out on it several times. Now I'm starting to see flat earthers in a debate bring this up first thing, because that's what must be done. Because discredit the photos right away, because that's the first thing a globe earther is thinking. They thought they saw thousands of pictures of the earth. Once you remove that, then you're more on level playing grounds, because at that point they realize that they've been lied to. So when you dismiss the pictures, then you can really get the debate started. And so the one thing about the gravity part of the debate was, I think it's a little overcomplicated how it's being discussed. I think I'm really still sticking with the whole thing where anything heavier than air will fall. I don't see why it has to be super complicated. I mean, you're calling that gravity. What's causing it to fall downwards instead of sideways or up? Well, you know, if something's heavier than air, it's going to fall. There's nothing for it to stand on. And everything on this ground level is originally on that ground level, so it doesn't belong in the air. So for anything to be placed into the air, it didn't just automatically get into the air. Everything on this earth is coming from this earth, and this earth is on this ground level. So nothing really belongs in the air but like clouds and stuff like that. So it doesn't really make sense why anything would fall up or sideways, because it has to go back to where it originally was formed. And everything made from this earth will end up back on this earth if it's heavier than air. Simple as that. I mean, I guess there's a more complicated way of debating this topic, which I hear a lot of flat earthers getting into this magnetism stuff and this torus field thing and admitting that there's some type of force attracting things downward and all that. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's for them to ponder over and look into, I guess, because for me, I just don't think it's that complicated. I mean, I don't see why we have to say that there's some type of downward force, really. I mean, I don't know. I've been hearing the arguments and I'm just not convinced yet that it's necessary to describe a downward force. So anyways, moving on. So this Harrison Smith guy, he's like saying pretty much what? So everyone's lying. I thought Witsit handled that very good because, yeah, this is what I wanted to hear. This response, to keep it simple. And no, not everyone's in on the lie. You know, people believe what they're told. The average person is not questioning the shape of the earth. So all these teachers across the world and all these people that even work for space agencies and these airplane pilots, they're not thinking the earth is flat. They're not even suspecting it. So not everyone's lying. Out of NASA, people are going to work, doing their job, and going home for the day. They're not thinking about the shape of the earth. So they go to NASA. They might be like, well, my grandpa worked for NASA on the moon missions or so. You know, it's like, yeah. And, you know, so they went to work, put in an 8-hour shift, made a part or two, you know, whatever department they were in, compartmentalized, and then they go home for the day. They're not in charge of the company. You know, there's only a few at the top. There's only a few that would need to know. So that's how it works. I discussed this in detail in my playlist, how and why they lie about this. So I might have to leave a link for that in the comment section. So check that out, or go to my playlist section and find a playlist. But yeah, so that's just my thoughts on that. And overall, I think the debate went very well. I think Witsit did an awesome job, and I definitely believe Witsit won this debate. And, you know, this Harrison guy was saying it doesn't matter. He's just basically saying that this discussion does not matter. There's more important things to look into. But when you wake up from this, and Witsit explained this perfectly as well, like when you wake up to the lies of how they try to teach us how we live on a flying ball, spinning and traveling through outer space. Once you realize that they lied about that, you don't really have much trust left for the system. So you start to wake up to a whole lot of other stuff at that point. So it is very important. And plus, it's important because they've been hiding creation. Because with the globe earth, they're bringing in atheism and evolution, and all that actually goes together. So with heliocentrism, that goes with the Big Bang. All that goes together with evolution, and science has been denying the creator. So they've been denying God and that this place is intelligently designed. And that's what the globe earth has brought to humanity, is denial of God. It has created atheism. And that is very important, wouldn't you say? I mean, I even think this Harrison Smith might be a Christian, so that makes it even worse that he can't figure this out and the importance of it. And to conclude, I mean, as far as Harrison Smith, another thing that really bugged me was when he was saying how it's a psyop to discredit other truths. It's like, dude, this is the biggest deception. Like, there's not many things out there that can really top this one. They're lying about the earth. This is a big deal. You can't just dismiss this as it doesn't matter, or we're just trying to discredit other truths and make other things look dumb. And, you know, it's like, dude, this is like waking up from the Matrix, literally. It's like that movie, The Matrix. When you wake up from it, you realize that you're in a place that is very different from what we've been told. And that matters. Like I said, there is a playlist on that I did. I will most likely be leaving that in the comment section. So check it out, because I go into detail in that playlist. So you're going to see all of my thoughts when it comes to why this is a very important topic. So yeah, anyways, like I said, I'll leave the link to the debate in the comment section and description box. So check that out. Also check out the playlist on how and why this all matters. And I'll leave some more links as well, like my links to my other channels, my social media, my Feature My Store, my free email newsletters, and much more. I have some giveaways as well in the comment section, description box. Plus, if you would like to support this channel, please donate as little as $1 to help keep this channel online. So thanks for tuning in. This has been Feature My, signing off.